Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. In this video, I will tell you about problem of the environment. Environment have four problems. The problem is pollution, global warming, growing population, and endangered species. Pollution. Pollution is introduction of harmful material into the environment. Thus, harmful material are called pollutant. Pollutant can be natural, such as volcanic ash. They can also be created by human activity, such as trash or runoff produced by factories. Pollutant damage the quality of air, water, and land. Three major types of pollution are air pollution, water pollution, and light pollution. Air pollution. Sometimes air pollution is visible. A person can see dark smoke pour from the exhaust pipes of large trucks or factories, for example. More often, however, air pollution is invisible. Polluted air can be dangerous, even if the pollutants are invisible. When air pollutants such as nitrogen oxide and sulfur dioxide mix with moisture, they change into acid. They then fall back to earth as acid rain. Acid rain can kill all the trees in a forest. It can also devastate lakes, streams, and other waterways. Greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane occur naturally in the atmosphere. In fact, they are necessary for life on Earth. They absorb sunlight reflected from Earth, preventing it from escaping into space. By trapping heat in the atmosphere, they keep Earth warm enough for people to live. This is called the greenhouse effect. The next types of pollution is water pollution. There are some natural sources of water pollution. Oil and natural gas, for example, can leak in the oceans and lakes from natural underground sources. Human activity also contribute to water pollution. A major source of water pollution is fertilizer used in agriculture. Fertilizer usually contain large amount of the element nitrogen and phosphorus, which help plant growth. Rainwater was fertilizer in the streams and lakes. There, the nitrogen and phosphorus cause cyanobacteria to form harmful algal blooms. The last types of pollution is light pollution. Light pollution is excessive, misdirected, or obtrusive artificial, usually outdoor light. Too much light pollution has consequences. It was out starlight in the night sky, interferes with astronomical research, disrupts ecosystems, has adverse health effect, and wastes energy. Clinically speaking, three main types of light pollution include glare, light trespass, and sky glow. In addition to the three types of pollution above, there are also other forms of pollution, namely is pollution of soil. Soil pollution is defined as the presence of toxic chemical pollutant or contaminant in soil in high enough concentration to pose a risk to human health and or the ecosystem. Soil pollution consists of pollutant and contaminant. Soil pollution affect plants, animals, and humans alike. The second problem is global warming. Global warming is causing ice sheets and glaciers to melt. The melting ice is causing sea level to rise at a rate of 2 millimeters or 0.09 inch per year. The rising seas will eventually flood low-lying coastal regions. Global warming also contributes to the phenomena of ocean acidification. Ocean acidification is the process of ocean water absorbing more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Climate change driven by human-induced global warming could recreate the condition for a run of one of the most tragic episodes in human history, the Great Drought and Global Famine of 1875 to 1878. Global warming also would have much effect on the world's already hot deserts. In some cases, global warming is predicted to increase the area of deserts, which already cover a quarter of Earth. Okay, next problem is growing population. Human overpopulation or human population overshoot refers to a human population that is too large to be sustained by its environment in the long term. Human population growth has in recent centuries become exponential due to change in technology that reduce mortality. Experts concerned by this trends argue that it results in a level of resource consumption which exceeds the environment's carrying capacity, leading to population overshoot. And the last problem is endangered species. An endangered species is a type of organism that is threatened by extinction. Species become endangered for two main reasons: loss of habitats and loss of genetic variation. A loss of habitat can happen naturally. Dinosaurs, for instance, lost their habitat about 65 million years ago. Human activity can also contribute to a loss of habitat. Development of housing, industry, and agriculture reduce the habitat of native organisms. Genetic variation is the diversity found within a species. Genetic variation allows species to adapt to change in the environment. Usually, the greater the population of a species, the greater its genetic variation. Group of species that have a tendency to inbreed usually have little genetic variation because no new genetic information is introduced to the groups. That's all my explanation. Discussion about other environment will be invited by my friends.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SUSKA. In this video, I want to tell about solution from problem environment now. There is a solution that I will explain. The first is green energy. Green energy is any energy type that is generated from natural resources. There is also the use of green energy such as wind generators, wave generators, hydroelectric power plant, and solar cell. The second is use of renewable resources. Examples of the use of renewable resources such as the sun, wind, and heat of the earth. For that, reduce the use of non-renewable resources such as the use of coal, gas, oil, mineral, and metals. Third, use green transportation. Green transportation is an important means of easing traffic congestion and solving urban pollution and environmental problems of major international cities, which actively promote green traveling and public transport and shift from being vehicle-oriented to being human-oriented. As for the use of green transportation such as solar cell cars, train on magnets, electric cars, and water trains. Fourth is recycling. Recycling is the process of converting waste materials into new materials and objects. Recycling is a key component of modern waste reduction and is the third component of the reduce, reuse, and recycle waste hierarchy. Recycled materials include many kinds of glass, paper, cardboard, metal, plastic, tires, textiles, batteries, and electronics. The composting or other reuse of biodegradable rubbish, such as food or garden waste, is also a form of recycling. I think that's all solution about problem environment now. Thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, I'm Dewi Ramana Putri. I will explain how we can help in the process of protecting the environment. There are several points that we can do about this. The first point is to grow vegetables and fruits using natural fertilizers and pesticides. We can do this to avoid contamination of the soil and the surrounding environment. And by using natural fertilizers and pesticides, we can produce fresh and healthy vegetables and fruits. Okay, next. The second point is get used to walking, cycling instead of using a car. This can be done to reduce air pollution due to vehicle fumes and can reduce traffic jams. In addition, by walking or cycling, our bodies will become healthier. Okay, next. Third point is reduce packaging. The goal is to reduce the use of packaging or plastic to reduce pollution to the soil and the environment. Because packaging or plastic take a long time to decompose, and if the amount is large, it will result in a decrease in soil quality and environment pollution. The next point, fourth point is good isolation. The good isolation to keep the environment clean, comfortable, and free from pollution. The next, fifth point is low energy house. The point is a house that uses low energy, in the sense that it can save electricity at home and reduce waste of energy consumption in general from various instead features. The next, the sixth point is save water. Although water is a renewable natural resource, we still have to save water for the sake of survival in the future. The next, seventh point is collect rainwater for watering. This needs to be done in anticipation of the dry season. The water supply will still exist and can be used for daily activities such as watering plants, bathing, and others. The next, eighth point is reduce waste. The point is to reduce waste generation and get used to throwing garbage in its place so that the environment is always clean. And if you can, try to make a habit of recycling waste so that it can be more useful. Okay, the last point is use energy-saving lamps. This lamp may be more expensive in the beginning. However, energy-efficient lamp will last longer. Energy conservation needs to be done for future survival. Okay, those are some ways that can be done to help in the process of protecting the environment. I hopefully we can participate in effort to protect our environment. Okay, maybe that is our explanation. Thank you for your attention. And the last set, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you next time.